Here we're asked to see how distance, rate, and time are related. So to start, it gives us some actual numbers. If you're driving at a steady rate of 20 miles per hour, how long will it take you to travel 80 miles? And sorry, miles per hour. And it asks us, what do I do to get to 80 miles? And I could do miles per hour also, like 20 miles per 1 hour. And then I would just need to multiply it by a certain number of hours. And I see here that 20 times 4 is what gives me 80 miles. And so I know that 4 hours is how long it takes me to travel 80 miles. Now, suppose you're driving at a steady rate of 60 miles per hour, which is 3 times as fast. How long will it take you to travel 80 miles? So, a couple things about this. First of all, if I were to kind of write this in the same way, I'd say 60 miles per 1 hour times blank hours equals 80. And again, I could kind of use this as like an equation and solve and say like, oh, 60 times x equals 80, 80 over 60, and then simplify that to just 4 over 3. And that gives me my answer, 4/3 of an hour. But again, what I also want to represent here is I see that I'm going 3 times as fast. It mentions that 3 times as fast. And you can see here that I'm just taking my time here and dividing it by that number. So that helps me with C because it says if you're driving R miles per hour, so R miles per 1 hour, write an expression for the time it takes to drive D miles. So if I was trying to find D miles and let's call it T for time, again, I would just kind of solve this equation here. And so I'd say R times T is equal to D. And if I'm trying to find the time, then I would say like time is equal to the distance divided by the rate. And then lastly, it says if you increase your speed by a multiple of m, write an expression for the time that it takes to drive d miles. Well, it's pretty much the same thing that we just had here, but like we said before, we have the distance divided by the rate, but then we multiplied that by, how much we're increasing the speed. So last time we divided by 3, this time we're just going to divide by m because we don't know what that value actually is. So it's just using some variables to kind of represent the difference between, if we're trying to find time or distance or rate.